It's on a shorty new year, shorty new year. Come along to Camp Shorty, we're so glad you're here. Camp Shorty is where you will find family. Our mod Avengers will greet you with glee. At Camp Shorty, you can shine and shine bright, because Shorty Camp Leader is a fucking delight. It's on this shorty new year, a shorty new year. Come along to Camp Shorty, we're so glad you're here. Your opinions are valid. You can fly like a bird with your comments and scream. You will always be heard. It's the best chat on YouTube. You can cuss all you want, and here at Camp Shorty we even say cut. It's on this shorty new year, a shorty new year. Come along to Camp Shorty, we're so glad you're here. Let your caps be free, it's so liberating. We stay on topic, although occasionally things get a bit feral, but it's clear to see. It's a lit shorty new year, a shorty new year. Come along to Camp Shorty, we're so glad you're here. Camp Shorty is where you will find family. Our mod Avengers will greet you with glee. At Camp Shorty, you can shine and shine bright, because the Shorty Camp Leader is a fucking delight. It's on this shorty new year, a shorty new year. Come along to Camp Shorty, we're so glad you're here.
Hi, good to see you. Hey, shorties. Hey, you made it. Amazing. Who's here still? Amy's back. Yes. Dave's channel's here. DMC 58. The portal worked, Amber. Go you good thing. Yes, yes. Amber says bathroom break. Make yourselves comfy by tapping the thumbs up. Right? You made it. Made it in one piece. What the duck. Lovely. Poppy's back. She says the start of a stream. Yes, I must say hello. We made it. We made it. Simmy's here. Amazing. Now, Moon Goddess is here. If I could just not fall asleep. If you do fall asleep, just catch the replay. Buster says, I'm not going to fall asleep. I'm going to get cuddles. Brit's here. Lois. Did I say hi, Dave? Me. I'm here. Hi, it's me. What the fuck's here? Boom. Granted. Joey's here. Timely. Medieval's here. You made it. Hope you enjoyed your meal. Your meal of food, Medi. Lovely. DMC, I said hi. Kevin, sir, from Ireland. Michelle, are you sleeping? You should be sleeping. Pia, amazing. Oh, no, Kirby. Cool. Colors. Yes. Medi, I miss you, she says. Same. Simmy made it. Yes, we made it. Me and my 4-inch cleavage made it too. I didn't have time to take this top off, so you're going to have to suffer through it for another one. Sorry, cat. Excuse me. So we're kind of going to continue. I was going to say continue on, but I hate that. Continue with Dave says, no, Dave, it probably hadn't quite populated yet. Hi, puppy. Wait, my camera's weird. Oh, I tripped over. I never do. I didn't get cheese. I got some salami, and I tripped over one of my ring light cables, and yes, puppy, hi. It pulled everything out of alignment, so that was great. Yes, go back to sleep, my friend. K-Fan's here, amazing. We just rated ourselves according to Amber. Yes. Yes, puppy. Look at those titties, right? I'll be busting out the 4-inch cleavage for my friends. It 100% is the grift. We'll be getting all the guys in here. They don't give a fuck about Dr. Ramani. They should. They don't give a fuck about Psychology Corner. They're here for the boobs. If you're a member and you want to drop a boobs emote in the chat, you can. Poppy, it's the slobbering on me. It's disgusting. And your claws are sharp on my legs. Sorry about my dog voice. Lol. Oh, feel free to drop a lol in as well. Yeah, Michelle says, Amy, we'll be looking at yours soon. Boom. Lol. Boobs. Bonjour, Madam Shorty and chat. Nick, it's good to see you again. It's good to see you. Michelle, yes. So we just finished up a pretty interesting live stream. Like I said, I'll drop in that extra link into that description box when we're done here. Titties for everyone. Whoa, you get a titty and you get a titty. Or you get two titties. You don't want one. Nobody wants one. I mean, whatever floats your boat. Is it H dude here? Oh, yes. Amazing. Boobs. Yes, I've busted out my most cleavagey top for my friends, the haters, because apparently they have a problem with my 4-inch cleavage. So I thought, well, how about I give you the most cleavagey of all my cleavage, just for you, trolls. Why can't I get this right today? What's weird? Oh, I know why. There's a comment on the screen. I'm like, why is the screen less? Happy New Year. Thank you, Southie girl. Wow, we're 1 week into 2025, huh? It's all fucking going wild. That's of course. Excuse me for clearing my throat. Wait, I shouldn't have just cleared my throat in your ears. I'm so sorry. I have a sound bite for that though. So apologies in advance. I'll try to do this in future. Was that really loud? Sorry.
Shawty, swing my way. Swing it over here, shawty.
Yeah, love. Well, should I say this?
Well.
So, hi, Bob. Bob loves boobs. Bob must have heard the call. She's got a 4-inch cleavage out. You. Yes, I do. Love it. Yeah, man. These boobs cost me a lot of money, right? Why not? Young. I'll be 50 soon. 50. You'd want to hope. What the duck? You'd want to hope. Hi. That's okay if they're here for the boobs. Maybe some Dr. Ramani will sink in while they are here. Absolutely. Amber's dropped a dad joke using the exclamation point prompt. If you type exclamation point Kevin or exclamation Biffle, I think it might be Joe actually, Zach, Cox, maybe it's Jim, I don't know, or dad joke, Stream Elements will drop a hilarious dad joke into the chat for you if I'm ever boring. Oh, why do wizards clean their teeth 3 times a day? To prevent bat breath. That's not their best one. Stream Elements, do better. Oh, Bob, thank you so much. They did cost me a lot of money. And for once, I don't mind if you're going to be creeping on me. They're keeping tabs on all of us, Medi. Don't you worry about that. We're all good. We're shining some bright light. Shining some bright sunlight. It's just the best disinfectant. And we're going to... we're calling out the bullshit. We're calling out the lies. We've had enough. However, that was the last stream. Let me go. Race everyone to hit the like button, right? What the duck? Hey, timely. XOXO. There's another one. Why do bees have sticky hair? Because they use honeycomb. See, that's way better. I like that one. That's a good one. Is the Goodmans here? Yes. Hi. Hi. Have we got Mr. or Mrs. or both? Hi, Goodmans. Love you. Well, Medi, can you? I know you're off Discord at the moment. Do you want to drop me? I'll put my email in the chat. If you want to send me an email, and we can work out a way that we can communicate via email if you're happy with that. Because yes, because that I don't want you to feel alone and targeted. And yes, another one. Why did the bat belts go to prison? He held up a pair of pants. Oh my God, what have we done? You can also type in lurk, exclamation point lurk, if someone wants to do it. So if you're listening and you want to just say, hey, I'm here, but I'm just going to lurk for whatever reason, that prompt lurk, we'll put a cute little thing up into the chat. And if you come back from lurking, you can type either exclamation point unlurk or exclamation point back, and it will drop a cute one. It's all about the cheese. Let's be honest. Cheese is life for mostly everybody. There's my email. If anybody wants to contact me ever, go for it. I try to respond pretty quickly. I don't always necessarily do a big long reply because sometimes I have a few. Thanks, Taryn. Hi, Taryn. Good to see you. Taryn Dusty is here lurking. Thank you for being here, Taryn. Executive assistant. Come back soon and bring cheese. Always bring cheese. I brought salami because cheese makes me clear my throat. Amy did it too. Everyone's loving it. KKK. Exactly. Joey. Yep. This is the whole point. Divide and conquer, right? Cheese is life for everybody. Actually, there's someone who doesn't love cheese. Who is it? It's someone in the free Karen Read chats. They have a huge problem with cheese, like anti-cheese. Nick Francis is very anti my government cheese. Nick is a cheese snob. That's fine. I won't take any government cheese slander or triangle cheese. Equal opportunity for all cheese. Just saying. Hi, Debbie. Good to see you. Oh, Medi, welcome to our life. We'll work it. Oh, Medi. Oh, my goodness. Salami. Is Cox here? Everyone loves Cox. I hope he drops by. I like cheese, but cheese doesn't like me. Oh, okay, fan. You've got a bit of a lactose thing, have you? Yikes. Emotions. What the fuck says, no, I can't abide by being against cheese. Shame. I know. Shame. KKK. Sure. Just quote Grizzly. Gazella. Eating an extra cheese and pepperoni pizza. Oh my goodness. So jealous. I only like provolone. My 12-y brain my adultness caught what I was about to say just in the nick of time. Although whatever. Okay. So we started off in the last live stream. Pizza does sound so good. Oh my God. While I think of it, if you're on the replay, hi, thank you for watching on the replay. We love you. Love you, Chat is Bay. Love the lurkers. Love everyone. Shorty's a Bay. But if you are watching on replay and you'd like to be able to view the live chat replay on your handheld device, like an iPad or an iPhone, all you need to do is go to the comments tab after the video after it's gone from being a live to being a video, and tap on the comments tab and it will give you the option to view live chat replay instead. So you tap tap on it and swipe left. Is that left? It looks right to you. So confusing, my brain. This is left for me, but I think it's right for you. Right. So there's that. I do try to put most of the comments up on screen, but sometimes they're out of order, and sometimes it's nice to view the live chat. Thank you, Amber. Steph says, I love all the cheeses. Oh, no, that's Amy. I love all the cheeses. All of them except dig cheese. Amy, let's be honest. There it is. A replay crew. On mobile devices, to view live chat in replay, swipe left on the comment tab and it will give you the option for live chat instead. That's for any channel. Oh, pro tip. What does... Oh, Plevin, that's a good one. I just called you Plevin. Oh, I'm so sorry. The slander. Oh, sorry, Kevin. Kevin says, what does the narcissistic cow say? Me. Hi, Mike. Good to see you. No. Taryn, don't apologize. You all have already given me so much of your time and attention for the entire 17 nights of Shorty, and we're still fucking going. That's to the dick cheese. Sorry, dick cheese is never good. That is hilarious. It's going to be hard no with a hard T on it, right? She gets to the point. 14 minutes in. Why am I like this? So this live stream is called Deflection, the Narcissist'S game. So let me just remind you that we are not diagnosing anyone. We are just going to do a little bit of learning about some things that not necessarily only narcissists do. In fact, a lot of these things that people in general do, particularly assholes. And so again, not all assholes are narcissists. Fuck, I struggle with that word. and I say it a lot, but all narcissists are assholes, right? But we can use these. I think it's 5. Don't quote me. We'll see. General tactics of deflection, things like gaslighting, triangulating, projection. Again, we might skip through the projection one, but not everybody was in the last stream, so maybe we'll watch it. And a couple of others. Anyway, that. So if we recognize these deflection techniques in people, they're kind of games, and for narcissists, they use them very calculatedly, right? I mean, intentionally. So if we can learn a bit about these things and learn to recognize them and to not like gaslight ourselves, and she'll explain, Dr. Ramani, 1010, will explain what gaslighting is too, which is very handy because not all of us know. Ghosting, gaslighting, all very painful. Yes, and each dude. Have you heard me say cunt? Thanks, man. I'm just me. Dr. Ramani has big Unetti energy, right? She's a fucking tits. I love her. Okay. KKK. So as always, I'm going to go, how do we do this? Present screen. It's just one video. I think it's a 50-minute video. So this won't be a super long stream, but we will stop along the way and pause to discuss. I love this. So we're in Psychology Corner tonight. Wait. Jesus fuck, chat. Oh my God, I've got so many tabs. Is it this one? Nope. Oh, that's a good one though. Fuck. I got so many tabs. It's not even funny. Here it is. I found it. I actually did find it. Hoodwinking. Yeah, there's a lot of hoodwinking. Oh wait, I can't press those comments at the moment. Wait, share. I so know what I'm doing. This. So we're not diagnosing. There's no wrong answers. We're sharing our hive mind. We're learning. We're learning and absorbing from Dr. Ramani. We're going to clarify some things that we thought we knew, but maybe we didn't know so much. We're going to go deeper. That's what she said, into some stuff that we may have a really vague understanding of. All the way being Dr. Ramani. Stan. So her channel, we can put that in the chat for you. She has 1.84 million subscribers, been going for over 4 years. She has daily videos, some of them shorter, some of them longer. There's so much content. If this piques your interest, to use someone in the chat's words, wait, just before, trust me, mine is also peaked.
They crave attention and validation and power and control. They almost revel in the chaos that they are able to cause, and that they're able to turn people into their personal puppets, and they can turn the world, their work, their families into a chessboard. It feeds their sense of control.
So let's talk about projection. You look at your partner strangely when he or she accuses you of lying and manipulation. You're a person who's fully aware of your own character flaws, but lying and manipulation are just not things.
Chat, because we just did this. So the last video we watched in the previous stream was this first section of this longer form video. So, one's in the chat if you'd like to watch it again, or watch it, or choose in the chat if you want me to skip through this part, because we literally just watched this exact video, right? If you want to watch this and you haven't seen it, the link to this section is in the previous live stream, or we watched it. So we got some twos. Let me see. Absolutely. We can type. We don't know. If you're on a laptop or a computer and you want to type in any number of the flying monkeys or the OG or the OB and see if they're there, that's an easy way to check, because if they're watching on an account that we know, if you type in the @ symbol and type in the first letter or two of their name, they'll come up. So we've got some twos. So 2-2. There's 1-1 NH2 because you went in the last stream. That's okay. You're eating pizza, motherfucker. So everybody who was in the last one is saying Mike wasn't, but that's okay. But we'll go with the majority. That's lucky because the majority says, nah, skip it. We literally just watched this like 15 minutes ago. Okay, so let me just scoot through that. I think pretty sure it's time-stamped. But NH Dude, like I said, if you want to watch this particular section, both this whole video for everybody will be, is already, I think, in the description box linked. And just this section is in the last live stream, okay? So easy peasy. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. There. I think it was 16 minutes, wasn't it? Yep. Yeah. Oh my God, look at this. We're getting so far through this live stream. Oh my God. Oh no, wait. Wait. I'm such a professional. Oh my God. Now, dirty pause. By the way, when I say sorry, I didn't mean to yell at you guys. When I say dirty pause, I mean PAUSE, not pause. Pause. Sorry, Dr. Ramani. This.
Shawty, swing my way. Swing it over here, shawty.
Thank you for being here, everyone. Make sure you hit the like and let's get fucking going.
So I'm going to run you through some classical statements, the kinds of words people use when they're gaslighting you. So here are some of the classics. Stop being so sensitive. That never happened. I think you may be mentally ill. You need help. Why can't you take a joke? Why are you always so angry? Why can't you let go of the past? No one is ever going to love you the way I do. It doesn't sound like what you just did was that difficult. It sounds like you are exaggerating. I am sorry you choose to make yourself feel that way.
I can't with the I'm sorry, because that is all I got from the pedo pirate. Never once ever did he actually apologize for anything. But boy, I got, well, I'm sorry. I'm like, well, that doesn't sound like an apology, man, but okay. Thanks. So let me just remind you all that while she's talking specifically about narcissists, we can attribute this stuff to these behaviors, these tactics to not only narcissists, excuse me, but also assholes, just general toxic people. It's pretty universal. And also doesn't necessarily have to be in an intimate partner or a romantic relationship, although it may be. Could be your boss, a colleague, a friend, a family member, your sibling, someone in an online community, perhaps even in a YouTube chat or a creator.
Way. There is nothing that warrants you feeling that way. You have no right to feel that way. Actually, you don't really feel that way. Let me tell you how you do feel. Other people have it so much harder than you. Stop being a victim.
Thanks,
and to everyone out there on YouTube, if you have
Love
some
you.
more examples of gaslighting statements you've heard or experienced, please drop them below in the comments because it's always.
Please drop them right now in the chat. Can you think of a gaslighting statement that you've overheard or witnessed or been the recipient of late? My all-time favorite is I was just joking. God, you're so sensitive. You take things too seriously. God, it was just a joke. What are yours?
Always good for us to keep a library of gaslighting taglines so you know what's happening to you. So exactly what is gaslighting? Let's start with where the term comes from. It originates from a play that later became a film in the 1930s called Gaslight. In the film, the husband keeps turning the old-fashioned gas lights up and down. And when she asks him who is turning the lights up and down, he denies it's happening. He tells her he doesn't think that they're any less bright than they were before. she slowly starts to doubt her own reality. Then she loses her grip on reality, and then she goes insane. Simply put, gaslighting is the doubting of another person's reality, deliberate or not. It can be done by that long variety of phrases that I read to you above. By saying,
God damn it. I was chewing. Fuck. Thanks, chat. Taryn's obviously busy, or she would have done something with me. Yes, there's always one. I didn't do it once in the last stream. We got a long way. Thanks, chat. Yes. Hello. We can't hear you. Hi, Karen Cole. Good to see you. Okay. So wait. What I was saying was, with all my like this, for the prompts, the ones that are available to all chatters is, so everybody in chat. That's me. Thank you, Kevin. Of course, I'm a fucking channel. Channel. I am a channel. I am a professional. I feel like it was like my long lost cousin. I hadn't muted myself for like the last 3 hours. Whoever am I? So if you're in so beautiful moderators, not Renchos, my moderators, and mostly all moderators in the YouTubes. Some of them are Renchos, not these ones. So they can do, and I can do all of the prompts about Amy's fund, etc., about like Dr. Ramani, those exclamation point prompts. Sadly, Joseph, you can't do that. So sorry. You guys, chatters, can do lurk, back, or unlurk, as well as the dad joke ones. So dad joke, Zach, Biffle, Joey, Kevin, Cox, I think they're the ones. So you just look like a weirdo, Joey. Not, but like that's why. You'll get there. What the fuck? It only works for the moderators, Joey. Are you trying to wanting to be a moderator? I know you don't want to be a moderator. You say you actively try to keep out of that kind of stuff. I'll throw a wrench at you and then you'll be fucking sorry. Then you'll be able to do the exclamation point. Carrying on. Not muted. Eesh.
saying something, then denying it, by promising something and then denying the promise. Over time, the gaslighted person feels confused and full of self-doubt. Gaslighting can be manifested in a variety of ways, so let's break them down. First, let's talk about classical gaslighting. This involves straight up denial of your reality. That never happened. You have no right to feel that way. Every single narcissistic relationship I have ever worked with, counseled, or consulted on had some gaslighting present. It's a given in a narcissistic or toxic relationship. It results in the narcissist holding all of the power in the relationship because they hold the reality. It leaves you full of self-doubt, second guessing, confusion. And when you are focusing all of your energies on trying to get your own reality sorted, the narcissist can do a good job of continuing to confuse you.
Boom. Yes. Thank you, Dr. Ramani. Yes, this is really important. This is you can gaslight yourself. I'm not sure I can't remember if she says so herself. Pokemomo, Shelley. At one point I had 6 wrenches. I think I've still got CPU, Amy, Oz Insider. I'm forgetting something. There are many people who have many wrenches. Wrenchos is not about those people. You guys, none of you. There's no. I used to have a couple of wrenchos as my wrenchos. The trash takes itself out, right? Yep. Karen says you end up recording conversations for your own sanity. Actually, Dr. Ramani says that. So I keep playing poke. You're right. You are not a wrench hoe. You are not. We don't surround ourselves with hoes. I mean, I used to be a paid hoe, but not a wrench hoe. There's nothing wrong with your memory. Are you stupid? Oh, there's something wrong with your memory. Are you stupid? Don't you remember? How could you forget that? Exactly. But there's also a way to gaslight yourself where you'd be like, nah, it's not that bad. I think I'm just imagining things. Or, no, I must be misremembering that. Am I? So it's very possible, very easy to gaslight yourself, particularly if you've been gaslit in the past, or if you don't trust your intuition and your gut, or if you've been gaslit to the fucking hilt.
Gaslighting is obviously manipulation, emotional abuse, and it sets a tone for the relationship. One classical book about this is called He Said the Sky Was Purple. And that is how gaslighting works. Not only is your reality denied, you start accepting the reality of the other person. The second kind of gaslighting is withholding. I'm not going to talk to you if you bring that up again. This results over time in silencing yourself in a relationship for fear that your other needs will not be met. Fear, for example, that you will lose the relationship, and then also a pattern of doubting yourself and wondering if there is something wrong with you for bringing up a topic. Anyone who has ever been from a family of origin where this kind of emotional abuse was taking place, or any other physical or sexual abuse, you know this dynamic too well. And for a child to hear that if you bring something up again, that you would lose the love or support or safety of a significant adult, such a parent, it can be terrifying. This kind of gaslighting can result in going into adulthood feeling that you are not allowed to speak about your own needs. And as you can guess, that can be a perfect setup for getting into and staying in a relationship with a narcissist as an adult. The third kind of gaslighting is contradicting. This involves screwing with your sense of reality by telling you that you did not remember a situation correctly.
I'm just going to pause for a moment there. Say, Mama She, I didn't see your comment and I can't see it again. Could you please type it again? Is that okay? I'm so sorry I missed it. Just the end, that.
Actually, your mother was at the party, or I met you after my wife moved out of the house, or you had already said that you didn't want to come to my birthday party when I changed the date. Contradicting can leave you wanting to do things like check old emails, voicemails, and text messages. You may look at old photographs to actually confirm whether indeed your mother was actually at the party. You start feeling like a private detective in your own life. The fourth kind of gaslighting is diversion. This involves changing the subject to something that makes them, the narcissist, look good and makes you look irresponsible or like a bad person. For example, I remember that time I had to run to the school to get Johnny when he broke his arm while you were too busy to be there for him because you were at work. Or when you bring up cheating or infidelity, they will then bring up something that you may have felt ashamed about from your past. For example, perhaps you confided in your partner that you once cheated on a high school ex-boyfriend or girlfriend, and they will twist it into that. Or they will try to play the guilt card and bring up their own dramas, their work problems, their health issues, their money problems, and the troubles they're having with their family to garner pity and distract away from a feeling that you are sharing.
Jeez Louise, Mama She, my favorite thing ever told to me was, oh, I'm sorry you feel like you're not loved. That really hurt my feelings. Yeah, wow. That's shitty, man. That's shitty. At the time, it makes you like, what's going on here? It makes you feel like you're in the Twilight Zone, like, right? What? How did we get here? Am I going crazy? That's the whole intention. That's the utility of the gaslight, right? I'm so sorry. That's awful.
The fifth type of gaslighting is gaslighting that involves minimization or sort of dampening of your feelings. This is when they will tell you you're being petty for focusing on such a small issue, or trying to make you feel like less of a person while framing it as other people having it so much worse than you. You were really going to stand here in our big, comfortable house that I worked so hard for us and complain that I was flirting with someone when there are people out there that are homeless? By the time you make sense of that, you're like, what? Gaslighting is all about moving the goalposts, which the narcissists do all the time. They shift your reality and they change the rules mid-game, or they have one set of rules for themselves and another set of rules for you and other people. When you try to bring up this inconsistency, they will either insult you or label you as petty. In many ways, it can feel really nitpicky. I often say that gaslighting is sort of the way that lawyers argue. They
Sorry.
go after that one little thing designed to win the argument, because for narcissists, it is all about winning. They do not care that it is cruel to you.
Hey, chat. About halfway through this Dr. Ramani vid, which we're almost getting to, I might play my song called Hurt People, Hurting People, which is about the empath and the narcissist. I wrote it when I didn't think necessarily, I was still under the spell, didn't necessarily think that Adam was a narcissist. Sorry, Adam Levi Boyd. Adam drives Helen, Land Pirate Radio, convicted and convicted child predator, luring and trying to meet. Registered sex offender. Anyway, that's a whole lol, but I'll play the song. It's kind of cool. Let me find it. Not yet. We'll get to it.
Or dissolves the intimacy and closeness in the relationship as long as they win. In one story, a guy was snagged in the parking lot of a motel where his wife had seen the woman she suspected him of having an affair with, and she had seen that woman had gone in earlier. When she confronted him, and in fact could even see the other woman getting into her car on the other side of the lot, she said, "There you go. I finally caught you in bed with your girlfriend." And you know what he responded? He said, "No, you didn't. You just found me in a parking lot, and there is a mall over there. I don't know what your problem is. You need to get some psychiatric help." I suppose legally he was right. She did only see him in a parking lot and only speculated that he was in bed with someone else. But after seeing all the texts and emails and all the rest of it, she knew that wasn't the case. But this is cruel. What he did was cruel, and life is not a court of law. Physical gaslighting happens when physical violence starts to creep into the relationship. This may happen when the narcissistic partner, for example, may strongly grab another person's arm. And when the person whose arm was grabbed reacts to it, the narcissist will say, "Stop exaggerating. It didn't really hurt. Stop being so sensitive." And
trigger warning on that one, but like the never, but trigger warning on what I'm about to say. When my most violent abuser, there's been a couple, like physical violence, I almost died. Broke my arm, all things. But the very first time that he actually like punched me full on in the face, I ended up with the most black eye. Same incident, the same time frame of about the space of 3 hours. He terrorized me for hours. Thank you, Michelle. He also punched me in the head. But anyway, like he was like, "It's not even that bad. Like you don't need ice. Like you don't need ice. It's fine." He wouldn't let me get ice. When I broke my wrist, well, I didn't break it. When he broke my wrist, he wouldn't let me go to the hospital for days. By the time I got to the hospital, it was just enormous and black and blue. So this is physical gaslighting. Trigger warning, but yes.
And on top of that, at this point, you're probably often feeling a lot of terror. Two other forms of gaslighting include gaslighting by proxy and gaslighting by tribe. Gaslighting by proxy occurs when someone else does the gaslighting for the narcissist. And since you know how good and how often other people enable narcissists, these enablers become gaslighters for the narcissist as well.
Remember when Dr. Ramani, Dr. Ramani, she's got such an expressive face that every time I pause her, it's almost always on a dirty pause. Remember in the whichever video it was, live stream, where we learned about the Pollyannas, who are potentially the most dangerous of all the enablers, the flying monkeys. If it's in the Psychology Corner playlist, we've done a lot of them already. But that's what she like again, I'll use Adam Levi Boyd as my reference point. He convinced a hardline Pollyanna, someone who was my friend, I thought, that the hashtags that he was using, which were very aggressive, very firmly directed at me, he'd unblocked me off Twitter specifically so I'd see these: petty bitch, Taylor Swift era, roller coaster of love, roller coaster of destruction. What else? Pull up, bitch, and fuck around and find out. And I'm like, man, they're so targeted, so directed at me. And he was like, no, to her. He was like, no, they're not. They're all generic. It's because of this and that. And she believed him. And then she came to me and gaslit me, trying to convince me. I'm like, man, you can believe whatever gaslighting manipulation you want from him. But I'm telling you, they were absolutely directed at me. You do you, boo. Bye.
Examples of this would be one parent making excuses for the narcissistic parent's behavior. Your father didn't really mean that. Or other employees in your workplace making excuses for a toxic supervisor. Hey, listen, we're the most profitable office in the region. He may be a tough talker, but he's just trying to push all of us to be our best. Or the friend of a toxic spouse making an excuse. Go ahead and give him another chance. He really is a good guy. Gaslighting by tribe is, in essence, a form of enabling. It is when you are faced down by the network of people around you and around the narcissist, and who turn around and tell you that what you are experiencing.
Pierre, the thing is that the fuck around and find out was all it was directed at me, because he and I had done a whole stream called "Fuck Around and Find Out." I have a song that says, "Come at me, bro. Fuck around and find out." They were like, I don't hate it either, but it was. Sorry, my 4-inch cleavage is really doing its job. So it was the fact that these were very much directed at me. These hashtags, clearly. But yeah, I'm all for fuck around and find out. Let's fucking go. Like, game on, oh girl, let's go. Fuck around and find out.
Experiencing didn't happen. I have consulted on many cases where people were subjected to invalidation, harassment, intimidation, and other verbal abuse in work settings, and even had solid documentation.
Good to see you, darling.
In most cases, other people in the workplace were saying things like, it isn't that bad, or her bark is worse than her bite, which is a horrible feeling. Gaslighting by tribe happens in families all of the time.
Pausing just to say yes. All of it's been turned around, Pierre. All of it. Yeah, fuck around and find out. FAFO. It's one of my favorite acronyms, to be honest, because it's a lot of typing. I'm going to be typoing. I'll be putting typos in that. FAFO. It's hard to fuck up, right? But the funny thing is, he was trying to like target me and like come at me aggressively with these hashtags, and then blocked me again. Lol. Hi, Shelps. And it didn't really work, because here we are. He did fuck around and find out. Don't fuck with me. Game on. Oh, girl, let's go. So that. Agree. Shelby, you ball-balking. Y'all. Fubar's a lurker. Fubar sent me some really cool AI images that a friend of Fubar's created of me, for me. And they're going to be, and they've got gigantic boobs. The haters are going to hate them, and I'm going to use them as much as I can. They're fantastic. I fucking love them. And they're on the live stream that's scheduled for Friday night. I think one of them is on that. So family gaslighting, gang mentality. Well, what did she say? Wait, go back.
Her bark is worse than her bite, which is a horrible feeling. Gaslighting by tribe happens in families all of the time, especially when there is abuse. The victim or victims of abuse in a family, or the scapegoats in a family.
Pausing. Nick, I don't know about that, but people often underestimate me, right? They look at me, they think, oh, she look at her. She must be just totally a Barbie. A human Bratz doll is one thing they've called me, the flying monkeys. I love that. I fucking love Bratz. I'd prefer Barbie, but whatever. Bratz, same. Like, underestimate me. Go on. Really? You hadn't worked out already that I'm the epitome of fuck around and find out? Like, but with receipts, yeah? I'm not going to just go in and play hardball if I can't back myself. And here we are playing hardball for the last, 3 weeks? I love that for us. Fuck around and find out.
Are not heard. And the family will often close ranks and tell them that they are disloyal for criticizing the father or the grandfather or the aunt or the mother, whomever the perpetrator was. And then they will talk about how lucky they are to be in this family. And obviously, gaslighting by tribe can happen in a couple. Your friends try and minimize how bad your relationship is. For example, they may say things like, marriage is hard. All relationships go through rough spots. And most people who gaslight by tribe don't want the inconvenience of your divorce or separation from the family because they don't want to have to choose sides. They don't really care about you. They are doing what works for them. Kids are very susceptible to gaslighting because they aren't quite yet cynical enough to understand that people could be this manipulative. Children don't feel safe questioning parents and will often succumb to the skewed reality of the narcissistic parent. Gaslighting bosses can
pardon me, I just burped. Sorry. The other day, I can't remember which night it was. I think it was in the Bukaki stream. I thought I muted myself to burp, and I was leaning right in, and I burped straight into the mic. Like, not a big burp, but it was a burp. I'm fucking all class. Lol. What was I going to say? Oh, fuck. Now I can't believe it. I can't remember. I don't know. Something. All I thought about was burping. It was something Dr. Ramani just said. Excellent. See you in there, Medi. Definitely. Good work. Passwords. Who needs them? What did she say? Because I was going to have a zinger and I can't remember now. Something about something. Oh, yes, I know. That's professional. Well. Well.
Shawty, swing my way. Swing it over here, shawty.
Yeah. So, not just children, like, unless we're aware of gaslighting, which is what we're doing, we're learning, right? We're becoming more and more, and I think most people here are quite savvy to it, but even as adults, it takes a long time to realize what people are doing, and some people never realize it. That's so insidious. Grace, hi, darling. Good to see you. No, don't watch. I understand it's too much for you, but it is important. I love you, darling. If you haven't already, you need to subscribe to Dream Feed Media. Grace, she's one of my dear friends and an amazing person with amazing content, with amazing insights and experiments in the Karen Reed sham farce of a trial. So please go and give Grace a subscribe and binge her content. 10/10. You won't regret it. Thank you, Joey. Love you. You must have gone to the ATM, huh? And got your big wallet out. Got some big 20s there. So that another dirty pause. Dr. Ramani, ma'am.
harm your career and your mental health, or you may.
So wait, she's just talking about gaslighting bosses.
To the skewed reality of the narcissistic parent. Gaslighting bosses can harm your career and your mental health, or you may take the fall for a boss's error or the error of someone that the boss or the workplace wants to protect. While it is happening and everyone is gaslighting you at the same time, you feel like you have walked into the matrix. And when the tribe is gaslighting you, you'll see that you likely will not have a legal leg to stand on to protect yourself. There is a flip side to gaslighting too. You may start gaslighting yourself. After having to numb yourself for so long and to live in confusion for so long, you may find yourself denying your own emotions, saying something like, I don't feel anything. This isn't upsetting me. After years of being gaslighted, you learn to gaslight yourself. Why do narcissists gaslight? The same reason they do everything, to protect their fragile egos. Other people's realities are a threat to their own. They construct their version of reality that allows them to maintain their false sense of power. And because the narcissist narratives are inflexible, they are not willing to integrate other people's perspectives, which is why they so often come off as pig-headed and stubborn.
Hi, Vida. Good to see you.
And welcome. They may be if you are in pain and they may be responsible in part for your pain, they sure as hell don't want to deal with that uncomfortable feeling. So they don't. They simply tell you that you aren't having that feeling. You're not in pain. And their fragility means that they're threatened by other people's feelings and realities. And so they don't make room for them and they deny them outright. How convenient for them and how abusive for you. So why do we fall for gaslighting? Why don't we just walk away the first time that someone gaslights us or say a few choice obscene words to them? There are a few reasons and vulnerabilities. First, if you grew up being gaslighted,
Hi, Reese.
you already doubt your reality. After a lifetime of gaslighting, it is almost normalized and you accept it as part of a human relationship.
Pausing.
Second is the fact that most of you are nice people. And
yes, Amy Boston. Steve Cote was arrested by the fugitive unit, I believe, yesterday. Yes. Because VDot's here, we can talk about it a bit. We can pause. We've got time. We have all the time in the world. Shelby, I feel like he should have believed me when I said I'm a fuck his life up for fun for trying what he did. VDot. Steve Cote played the fuck around and find out game, didn't he? And boy, did he find out. Holla. Like, you reap what you sow. Steve Cote. I love that. Holy shit. Is this almost your whole family? And that's why I say to myself, yeah, it's a culture thing, right? In groups, people kind of get normalized to certain ways of behavior, that particularly if the boss or the matriarch or the patriarch is someone who gaslights, of course it becomes the norm for everybody else to kind of do it too. You know, you learn from the people around you that you maybe look up to or even not, like, you know, like Stockholm syndrome or coercive control, same. You become desensitized and actually sort of indoctrinated into that way of communicating and defending or deflecting. Sorry, the 4-inch the 4-inch cleavage is. I made a choice. It's cleavaging me.
You create rationalizations or you offer people second chances, believing that they really didn't or couldn't possibly mean it. Third, for too many people, especially those who are frightened of abandonment or just do not recognize their own reality, there is the fear of losing the narcissist if you call them out. Or at least you may be concerned.
I'm going to clarify that, Kevin. Actually, Colors Flight and another one of our friends who shall remain anonymous, we protect our sources, actually uncovered Adam Levi Boyd. Aussie Insider and I and Lacey was supposed to have a live stream that day when we broke that news. It was to be about not quite such a vile bombshell, but similar kind of stuff about being stalked and catfished and stuff. So yes, Aussie did have the honor of having that news broken on her channel. I just want to clarify that. Of course, she gave a voice to Courtney, one of Steve Cote's many victims. But I just want to be clear that it was Colors Flight who uncovered that information, and Aussie Insider's channel was the very. I have a lot of gratitude, but she was the conduit, not the person who discovered that information. It had nothing to do with Aussie. Colors simply shared that information with Aussie Insider, thankfully.
About being perceived as arrogant or narcissistic yourself if you actually said something. Fourth, most people don't know gaslighting is a thing. And after seeing this video, you no longer have that excuse. It is a classical form of emotional abuse, and yet we don't tell and teach people about it. Most people, when I point out to them that they were gaslighted, they'll say, "What's that?" And then in a matter of minutes, 30 years of a confusing marriage starts to make sense. So what are we supposed to do if we're gaslighted? Obviously, in the best case scenario,
Right.
You see it as the red neon flag that it is.
Yes, red neon flag. Who is this Steve Cote douche flute? NH dude, he's the one. It's thought who put the dead turtle on Aiden, Turtle Boy's mother's on her property in the last few days before she passed away. He's a serial pest in terms of trolling, trying to get into Discord servers, trying to add people on Facebook. He tried to add me on Facebook, but he's also a predator of epic proportions on many women, underage, minors, and older. He has no discernation. And I missed a super chat. I'll come back to that. Sorry, my bad. A super sticker. Yes, so that's Steve Cody, and he's been walking a very fine line, Steve. You, Steve, not Steve Cody, for months, and it finally caught up with him. The fuck around and find out caught up with him. And thank you, Mama Shea. Sorry, I just saw that. Too busy, blah blah blah. God, rabbity God. So that.
And you walk away. That's not always an option. So I tell people to internally stand their ground. As always, don't get in the mud with them. Don't defend yourself. Don't react. Just learn that little Mona Lisa smile. Reveal nothing on your face. Give a little head bob like that. And do not give up on your own reality. Hold it internally and make a mental note that you were just gaslighted. Once a person does it once,
Hi, Kirby.
they will do it again.
Yes. Yes.
It is
Yes.
a wake-up call that you should not share your vulnerability with this person. You shouldn't share your intellectual property or your fears or anything.
Which is hard because by the time you're deep enough, not even. I mean, I shared some of my deepest, most vulnerabilities with Adam Levi Boyd from the get-go, and I famously said, "It's amazing. I don't see any red flags at all with you." Hindsight's 2020, and there are a fuckload of them, but he's very good at manipulating, right? So it's all good and well. Like, and I prided myself on being a red flag spotter, a narcissist hunter. Just try me. No one's getting through. Except this one did, because I presumed my ego got in the way, and I believed that I knew it all. I could spot them a mile off, and I didn't spot this one because he was a covert narcissist. And I mean, it took me weeks after. It took me weeks after the blind side for me to go, oh wait, hey, wow, yeah, wow, total narcissist. I'm still having blinding realizations. There's one coming up in this, triangulating, wild. I mean, I even got a pirate flag. So to dispel all those flying monkeys saying pirate flag tattoo, to dispel all those flying monkeys saying that I was trying to get a green card from him. Okay, tell that to my lifelong pirate flag tattoo. Cute, right? Moving on.
They will weaponize all of it and use it against you. What shouldn't you do? Don't try to bring them over to your way of thinking. That is a mistake that many people make in narcissistic relationships when they're being gaslighted. Everyone wants to explain themselves to the narcissist, and then they think everything will be okay. This is a huge mistake to do this. Narcissists are masters at gaslighting, and they don't give a darn about your reality. Once you pull out your phone to show them the text messages that show them that they were gaslighting you, they don't step back and say, oh my goodness, I am so sorry. You were right. I did say that.
Never.
Instead, they'll double down and gaslight you some more and tell you
Oblivious
that you
Benson.
are a petty little person
Petty.
who fights dirty.
I love it.
And that, in fact, they're doing you a favor by putting up with your sorry, pathetic self. So now you just got gaslighted twice. Don't explain yourself. And then there's what I call the gaslighting test. One surefire way that you know you're being gaslighted. You want to know how that works? When you start pulling out text messages, emails, and voice recordings during arguments on a regular basis to make your point, you know you're being gaslighted. You start recording everything because you don't trust yourself anymore.
I believe it was Karen Cole, or perhaps it was someone else who mentioned recording things to get documentation of the reality rather than the gaslighting bullshit. Wow.
Because your reality has been confused many times. Once you start doing that, you know you're being gaslighted. If you are being gaslighted, then you are being emotionally abused. If you can't leave, at least be aware that this is a real thing and that it's happening, and find other sources of support to be accurate mirrors and reality checks. Stop handing your reality over to the narcissist.
Yes,
And
Dr.
then
Ramani.
the next time they say
Yes.
the sky is purple, just smile in them. Just smile at them in that sad way.
Let
We
them.
smile at people who just don't get it and say,
You can't
I'm
fix stupid.
sure it'll be a mighty nice sunset tonight. And then wink at that blue sky above you and own that it is blue. Your reality is sacred.
It was MIDI.
Don't
MIDI.
pawn it off on a narcissist. Let's talk about
Okay.
triangulation.
Oh my God. The mind blowing. The pennies dropping. Sorry, I was yelling. Emphatic. It's like I was talking in all caps. When I heard this section, I started crying. It was just the other night. Because, girl, the pirate triangulated the fuck out of me and Rabbit and Ernie and Melly and who else? The triangulation is fucking wild. But, however, let's play a song. Let's have a musical interlude because it's kind of cool. It's a slightly longer song. But before we go there, I've got to say, what did Colors say about the green card thing? Yes, it's a line in the song. Music is not a weapon. It was MIDI, whatever the name is, vile Canadian. Ugh. They started using the green card lie in her server, OBs, and are using it like they didn't make it up now, right? It's ludicrous. It's ludicrous. And actually, if we're going to go right to the heart of the green card story, that actually stems from Auntie Deb, Jimmy, where in chat, I've told this story enough times, but I'll say it again. In chat one time, right in the beginning when I first started watching Auntie Deb's lives, and I was like, oh my God, you're gorgeous. I love you. Like, I know he's gay. Like, he is gorgeous, and I do love him. And he was like, girl, if you want to get married, if you want to come over here, I'll give you a green card. It won't be a conventional marriage, but you can come on over. And I was like, yeah, lol. Like, obviously not going to do that. And Adam Levi Boyd, Adam Drives Helen, piped in the chat with, yeah, and then I'll drive over in Helen and I'll come and pick you up. And I was like, let's fucking go. It was all just kind of a joke. So triangulating. But, as I already said, we're going to play now. You got to remember that this, because it's being compressed into StreamYard, the sound is a little tinny. But it's a great song. It's got Kelly Clarkson vibes. If you need to go to the toilet or get a drink, make a coffee, I don't know, have a bong, whatever you want to do, have a dab, grab a wine, whatever, stretch your legs, you can. And we'll get back to the rest of Dr. Ramani after that. But so if you listen to my playlist, there's like 2 songs in my playlist now. 10. If I do say so myself. But this one's about narcissists and empaths. At a time when I was like, but the thing is, when neither of us are a narcissist and neither of us an empath. I mean, I'm an empath, but neither of us are narcissists. Lol. Actually, that's awkward for me. But I'm leaving the lyrics because it's a moment in time, as with all of my songs. That's what they are. Let's go. So sorry about the tinny sound, but it's a cool song.
So here's the thing with narcissists.
I'm going to mute myself so I can sing.
They always have to win. They'll cast aspersions. They'll gaslight you. To them, nothing's a sin. The narc, he wants to own you. Your every waking thought. He'll love bomb, then disown you. Cycle forevermore. But what if this is all just noise? Hurt people, hurting people, or either one of us so bad? Is either of us evil? The empath and the narcissist. Hurt people, hurting people. The narcissist, he needs to be the center of your world. And if you dare to shut him out, his mask, it's gonna fall. Just walk away, cut off his air, don't give him anything. Not gonna change, it's over, girl. Take this nothing as a win. But what if this is all just noise? Hurt people, hurting people. Are either one of us so bad? Are either of us evil? The empath and the narcissist. Hurt people, hurting people. Now here's the thing. With empaths, victory matters not one bit. We feel it all. Yes, even the pain in the abyss. An empath, she can see it all from every awful angle. And those who ravage us the most are the ones we try to heal. They're drawn to us, they need our light. We shine from dusk till dawn. The most we'll do is shut you out while you are keeping score. But what if this is all just noise? Hurt people, hurting people. Is either one of us so bad? Are either of us evil? The empath and the narcissist. Hurt people, hurting people. Oh, it's all just noise, forget the rest. All we can do is do our best. The empath and the narcissist. We're just two hurting grown-up kids. But what if this is all just noise? Hurt people, hurting people. Is either one of us so bad, or either of us evil? Hurt people, hurting people. Less than the narcissist. No. Hurt people.
Oh, love 1010. 1010 sounds way better when it's not through StreamYard. So what am I doing? That. Bye. Give my playlist a whirl, right? I am a wordsmith. Thank you. That's my Reddit name, Born a Wordsmith. I love words. I fucking love words. Not all my songs turn out so great. And yeah. This song hits so hard, right? It's in the playlist. I'm about to, hopefully, Kevin Sallyport is helping me a little bit with it. And also Stooky, another subscriber, member, and Discord friend, with working out how to get that playlist onto the old Spotify, because it's not me singing, by the way, although I think I can sing pretty well. Not that well. I'm not AI. So let's wait. I forgot about this whole thing. Let's present the screen. Let's go back to Dr. Ramani. Yes, go and hug your babies. Go and hug your babies, Shelbs. Hug your babies. Thank you. Reese is here, yes. No, don't get growled at. He's like, don't touch me, mother. Okay, back to Dr. Ramani. Okay, triangulation. Boom. This fucked me up hard. No lube. Where is it? This one. Top notch, top shelf. Go back, right. Oh, a little bit. Oh, not that far. Anyway, we got this. We got this, chat.
Above you and own that it is blue. Your reality is sacred. Don't pawn it off on a narcissist. Let's talk about triangulation. Big word. Means something actually pretty simple, though. Triangulation is, in essence, it's a psychological threesome that you didn't consent to. It is one of the narcissist's favorite manipulations, and they use it to create chaos and harness that chaos to control a situation and the people in that situation. It's a bit like setting a fire and then being the hero that saves the day by putting it out and taking.
I might cry in this, just so you know, chat. It's still pretty raw for me. I knew kind of what was happening in my world with all of this, but to hear Dr. Ramani, sorry, Dr. Ramani, dirty pause, really hit home for me.
Taking advantage of the chaos. The most simple and classical triangulation takes place in families, and especially families that have 2 or more children, though this can happen in only children families, but typically there's 2 or more kids. A narcissistic parent will often treat their children very differently. It's not unusual. A common dynamic would be one child is often treated as sort of the heir apparent, the crown prince.
So, Chad, I'm going to play the trigger warning because I feel like for a lot of you, including Mike here, this might be a little close to home. And if it is too much for you, please step away. You don't have to watch this if it's too triggering, if it feels a little bit close to home. Absolutely. I'm going to play the trigger warning and then we'll keep going. Gives you a minute to decide.
So the crown princess, or something often called the golden child, while the other child is, relatively speaking, treated quite poorly. They're often insulted and scapegoated. The simple act of treating children and family members differently within a family is the most classical example of what we call triangulation. This dynamic, this triangulated dynamic, fosters alliances, relationships, connections between the narcissists and the people who are being split in different directions. And not surprisingly, it fosters mistrust between all the people in the family system, between all the people in the narcissist world, because they are all being given different versions of a story. The only one who holds the whole guidebook, the whole playbook, as it were, is the narcissist.
So, Joseph, not quite a psychological gangbang because it's non-consensual, a bit like your memberships. The one person who knows what they're doing is the orchestrator of the triangulation. Everybody else are just like innocent collateral, innocent chess pieces in the game of triangulation. Wild.
But all the versions of all the different stories leave the narcissist looking like the good guy or the good gal or the one who is sort of the puppet master who pulls all the strings. Certainly, triangulation can happen in an intimate relationship. In that case, the narcissist may
love you. Thank you for being here.
To past partners that he or she had, or they may compare you to people that they're friends with or people that they work with. And these comparisons can actually be quite subtle. You may be, for example, talking about something in your relationship, and then they'll sort of casually talk about that friend at work. I'll say, there's this woman at work. It's really amazing how she balances this job. Like, she supervises me and she has a family. Or they'll talk about their friend and say, God, I have this friend. And it's amazing. He works like 18 hours a day, but he still manages to get to the gym every day. You feel as though you're pitted against that person. And yet, you're not the one who started this triangulated discussion. They just sort of mention these little things.
I'm going to pause. Of course, that's what I'm here for, to give commentary. So just to for me, and we've spoken about this in my friend group within the moderators and my broader friend group, that the one constant in all of the lies, the false narrative, and the drama, the women coming at me, I thought, was Adam Levi Boyd, and it turns out that what I believe he was doing all along was either embellishing or straight up lying about things people were saying about me and telling me stuff to pit me against them. And I believe he was also doing that very same thing to those people, saying that I was saying things about them, which I wasn't. I did have some choice words for Melly, but we've reconciled, and that's what adults can do, because we realized that ultimately we were both victims of this manipulation. But the other people, who knows what was actually going on with, like, Rabbit, So many people, all the drama. And I do have a song, can't remember which one. Oh, compromise is a dirty word. About the endless carousel of drama going round and round. Yeah, no shit. Guess who was pulling the fucking crank on it? The man. Well, the pedo. Ugh.
That point, when the narcissist sort of starts engaging in these triangulated spaces, the narcissist has the power. Because you might fall for that triangulation. You may feel less than, sort of less than in comparison to the person that they're talking about the superwoman colleague or the hot personal trainer they're working with. Triangulation happens when the narcissistic or toxic.
Sorry, chat. Oh, sorry, Dr. Ramani. I just realized, look at Dr. Ramani. It looks like she's sitting with like no pants on, but I don't know, some high boots. And that's her crotch in that picture of the cleavage. Sorry, Dr. Ramani. That's just a picture of boobs, a 4-inch cleavage, if you will. And then Dr. Ramani happens to be sitting right above it.
Partner. One example of it is when they're trying to foster jealousy. And it can happen in other ways too, not just comparing you. But for example, in a world of social media,
lovely show.
That kind of triangulation may happen when they start liking inappropriate photographs of other men or women, whatever's more inappropriate on Instagram, over mentioning certain friends.
Can't unsee it, Joseph.
Referring to the positive attributes of a famous person or someone who might be on television, like, wow, look at her body. She is so hot. So even when you don't know the other person that is being used in the triangulation equation, you may still be triangulated into something that doesn't feel good. It definitely creates a sense of discomfort. It creates an imbalance. And it also takes place in an intimate relationship when the narcissist is still very reliant on the opinions of their own family members. So when the narcissist cares a lot about what, for example, their parents think about them or their siblings think about them or best friends, you may feel that even though you are discussing an issue that is relevant to your close relationship, so you're discussing something with your partner about something that's really only related to your relationship, that your narcissistic partner keeps bringing in the feedback of other family members, of their own parents, of your friends, of their...
Pausing. MH just joined us. Prayers, MD, sorry, my eyes can't see it. Prayers needed. Hollywood Hills fire explodes. Palisades is gone. I saw that. Yikes. Sending big prayers. Goodness gracious. Yeah, wild. Weird time of the year? No or no? It feels like it's a weird time of the year for that. All that Hollywood pedo evidence being destroyed by fire right now. Maybe Pink is. Pamela Anderson, my spirit animal, definitely is. Karen, isn't Pink now not wearing makeup, so she's more natural? Possible. Pokemon says, thank goodness my cousin isn't at home in Burbank. NH dude, it's fucking cold here in New Hampshire tonight, but warm here on the Shorty stream. Of course, it's always warm here. I try not to ever be cold unless some motherfuckers come in and try to fuck around and find out.
Siblings, and will often pit the things that you want, your opinions, your wants, your needs, the things in your relationship that are important to you against those of what other people in the narcissist triangulation tribe, at least what they're telling you, they think is important. It starts getting tricky because your relationship, which you assumed was between two people, all of a sudden starts to feel really, really crowded. You may even feel like, I'm actually a person with good self-esteem, but constantly being compared to other people starts getting uncomfortable. Triangulation is an incredibly common workplace dynamic when there's a toxic or narcissistic leader. Toxic leaders love triangulation. In these kinds of triangulated workplaces, you're going to see themes like gossip, secret meetings, people somehow being left off of group emails, favoritism, requiring everyone to communicate through the leader because of the mistrust that that leader has fostered in the workplace.
Pausing just to bring it back to perhaps our last stream about 4chan, and we had some conversation about why women seem to be ostensibly more inclined to bully on online and in in YouTube chats. And I mentioned about the hi when they say hi to everyone and they don't say hi to you. That's a form of triangulation, like making sure that person is not included. Absolutely.
People who work in triangulated workplaces become increasingly suspicious and increasingly paranoid because no one can be trusted. It always feels like someone's got a knife behind their back. Coming to work starts to feel like you're in some sort of unsettling spy thriller. And you keep wondering who is going to stick the knife in your back. These kinds of triangulated workplaces are set up almost deliberately by narcissistic leaders who often thrive on the chaos. They love all the backbiting. And frankly, they...
Again, call back to the last stream where we were talking about, not a boss, but a leader. She likes them to call it dad. Loves the chaos. She sits back there and is like, this is fucking great. The flying monkeys are flying, my pretties. Loves it.
Love the power that comes from being able to treat everyone like puppets in their own personal game. They also like the idea that people in the workplace fight over them and try to win the narcissist over, much like a dysfunctional family dynamic. Now, it is the ability of the narcissist to be able to view people as chess pieces and objects that makes triangulation literally like second nature for them. If you play chess at all, you'll understand. You move your pieces around the board and you try to trap or kill the other pieces and take them out. And it's all very strategic. Chess isn't personal. They're chess pieces. I mean, you get checkmate, then you put the king and the queen in the box and it's all done. But in real life, which is not a chess game, it is personal. We aren't pawns and knights and bishops. We are people. And being turned into game pieces for a given narcissist need to have power and gratification feels really bad, especially when we feel like people are being turned against each other and don't seem to understand the dynamic. What's interesting is that many times we're not aware that triangulation is happening until we are really deep into the chaos. And we start really questioning ourselves, and we start questioning everything that's happening around us. As triangulation lasts longer and becomes more protracted and more chronic and more severe, what gets really scary is you may actually start viewing the narcissist as the ally you can trust, while you actually learn.
Adam, Levi Boyd. I'm like, oh my God, thank God you're with me through all of this. I can't believe that these people hate me so much. What the actual fuck? I've said nothing to these people. I've said nothing about these people. I have no problem with any of these people. Thank God, Adam, Levi Boyd, Adam Drives Helen, Land Pirate Radio. Thank God I've at least got you through this tough time. Lol.
To mistrust everyone else, because that's what the narcissist wants. The narcissist is the one who holds the narrative and sells everyone in the family, in the workplace, wherever, the narrative that each person wants to hear, while turning everyone else in the story into an enemy. And in that way, we become bonded to that narcissist in the workplace, much like could have happened in a family of origin. Now, anyone who comes from a narcissistic family understands triangulation like in their cells, like they get it. This dynamic can get particularly pronounced in divorce or separation situations when the narcissistic parent may engage in alienation or in drawing other family members into gossip about the other spouse, or even worse than gossip, really sort of throwing them under the bus. Another video in the series takes on the dynamic of flying monkeys. And flying monkeys are really just a twist on this whole idea of triangulation. And in triangulation, what you see is a narcissist will recruit and brainwash family members who then believe the lies
YouTube
that the
chat
narcissistic
members.
individual is telling and turn against the narcissist identified victim. This is usually the estranged spouse. And, as noted earlier in this video and in other family dynamics, it is those families in which the narcissistic parent treats their children in very different ways that's when you see the sort of infighting amongst the kids. Scapegoat, golden child, invisible child, that these kids infight to win over the narcissistic parent. This can result in rifts between the siblings who now can't be a united front and give each other information to support each other through this. Now, obviously, infidelity is a form of triangulation. And what's really horrifying is when the narcissistic individual actually defends their extramarital relationship on the ground that, yeah, you weren't there for me the way I needed you. They'll literally say the spouse wasn't there for them and that they didn't feel connected to them. So they had to turn to someone who would give them all the attention they needed. It's as though they're copying to their need for narcissistic supply. But again,
there it is, narcissistic to supply. So as Reese said, and as Mima Flowers, and thank you for joining us. I did wave hello and said hello in the chat, but thank you. The thing is, narcissists, God, I just struggle with that word. I have to say it so often. Aren't sick, they are evil. And you gotta get away. No contact, no conflict is rule number 2, right? Wasn't it rule number 1? The first rule of Fight Club is don't talk about Fight Club. This is what is sending the flying monkeys and OB into a spiral of frenzy, and why I've been imploring my friends who are champing at the bit to get in there and battle with these flying monkeys on the Twitters. Don't give them anything. Let them say whatever. It's all lies. It doesn't touch me. Just let them. Which song is it? One of my songs, Flying Monkeys. It says, Wicked Witch of the West, water, get me some. Basically, if you don't give them any narcissistic supply, don't pay them any attention, don't engage with them, and Dr. Ramani says this all the time, it will send them into a spiraling frenzy of frustration because, respond. What they want is for you to respond and to react and to engage, to be drawn into the quagmire, into the fray. So that Simi says, well, good night, my lovies. I'm rewatched on the rest of the morning. Have a fantastic night. Thank you, Simi. Thank you for being here. Chat is bae, lol, and boobs. Yes, I'll put them away for tomorrow night's stream. More. I'll put them away more. There's not much. If I didn't have this amount of boobs, if it was any more, I'd be naked with a bra. So that.
And when you have an infidelity dynamic, the narcissist has now brought in a third person, triangle.
I love that, Amber. They must be going insane with it.
So as always, we're going to ask the why question. Why do narcissists triangulate? Because it gives them the very things they desperately crave. They crave attention and validation and power and control. They almost revel in the chaos that they are able to cause, and that they're able to turn people into their personal puppets, and they can turn the world, their workplace, their families into a chessboard. It feeds their sense of control, and the chaos allows them to sort of run the kingdom. For people who are caught in the midst of a triangulated dynamic, it can really feel confusing, unsettling, and upsetting. And this is really magnified if you were raised in a triangulated family system. Now, what's interesting is that in some ways, triangulated systems are very, very seductive. It's unfortunate, but they are, and people almost get drawn to them like moths to flame. In a triangulated dynamic, you almost feel like you're being drawn into a secret, And because
Hi, Scott.
narcissists are so
Good to see you.
charming and charismatic and clever and confident, you often feel like you're being drawn into something very unique. And you may not recognize that what's starting to happen is that triangulation may be rearing its head. They may just sort of in a conspiratorial way say, come here, I got to tell you something. You're not going to believe this. Like, listen, everybody loves them some gossip. But when the gossip starts to veer into a direction where there is a direct
Zach.
beneficiary of the chaos,
Hi, I love
the
you.
You're an idiot,
narcissist,
Zach.
it's a good sign that triangulation is afloat. And keeping your nose clean in those situations is one of the best ways to disempower them. So what's a great way then, building off of that, to block triangulation? It's to not allow the narcissist to cause so much dissent in the ranks. And by that, I mean, let's go back to the siblings. If the siblings could just band together against the narcissistic parent, or if the colleagues could band together against the narcissistic leader, or that you start to recognize that when your partner is trying to sort of sow the seeds of jealousy by talking about someone else, that you recognize in all of those cases that you recognize the game that is being played and ask yourself, is this really the dynamic that I want to get stuck into? This kind of gamesmanship is often something people are taught early in these triangulated dynamics. You got to stop this. So chaos is the narcissist's ground game. They thrive under it. They love the drama. And interestingly, they often make fun of or criticize drama in other people. That's projection. But drama and chaos can make the narcissist the king or queen of their empire. You'll see that in most companies run by narcissistic individuals, chaos runs the show. So until we figure it out and draw together and stop playing their game, this is going to keep happening. But that's how we can address this. If we could turn their triangle into more of a balanced shape, like a line or a square, or better yet, a circle, it means that we need to understand these patterns and become a united front against them. Triangles work because you got one pole that holds all the power. But when the people who are being triangulated sort of look around and recognize what's happening, rather quickly, they can destabilize the narcissist from their perch. And this can happen even in a family. And it can even happen when you're an adult. When you're grown and you realize, yeah, that's the one who's a golden child. I was a scapegoat. This one's the invisible child. And you could actually have a meeting of the minds and recognize what's done to you. You could actually, like this, topple the power held by your narcissistic parent. But often that means pushing past old wounds and old hurts and kind of getting out of your own way to be able to reach across the aisle and break those triangulated dynamics. Because for some of us, those triangulated dynamics might have started very early, it can be very, very difficult. And you may recreate those cycles over and over again. But when you're put in a triangulated space in a narcissistic relationship,
I love you, Scotty.
And your partner is saying something like, oh, come on, you're being too sensitive. Or, oh, are you really that insecure that you care about the person I'm talking about at work? That's not what a kind person would do. In a healthy relationship, your partner wouldn't even put you in that triangulated space. And if they do, take a step back and wonder about it. Don't gaslight yourself. And don't let yourself be gaslighted. Ask yourself, why am I being brought into a triangle? And recognize, like, yeah, you didn't sign up for a threesome. You don't want one. And a great way is just
not
get
that
off
kind of
and leave
threesome
the
anyway.
narcissist to the other person who's stuck in that triangle with them.
Boom, Dr. Ramani. Fucking love her so much. Boom. So that whole video, that's it for the video, is already linked in the description box. So if you want to watch it again without me rabbiting on, you can. Good to see you, Scott. Scott's so kind. Lisa is true. Oh, sorry about the 4-inch cleavage, Scott. Was a whole shtick for tonight because the trolls on the Twitter are going wild about my appearance because obviously whatever. So they made comment that I have a 4-inch cleavage. So I decided to give them as much of the 4 inches as they could take. I love her. It's saying a lot, but I mean it. A tough woman. So much respect from me. I love peeps like her. And I love peeps like you, Scotty McGinnis. You say what you mean and you mean what you say. Same. Prince Lover, I was getting some water and got it all over the floor. Well, motherfucker, if it's any consolation, my fucking dishwasher has got all on the blink and spits out, like streams out water when the water is turned on at the inside the cabinet underneath. So I have to hand wash all my dishes again because I don't have the spoons to as in the emotional spoons to sort that out. And I'd have to clean up my whole house. It's a whole thing. So I'm just going to hand wash. It's fine. I can adult. Britt says, Miss Shorty, the destabilizer. You know what? On my Facebook page, I don't know if I call myself a destabilizer, but I have in my bio on my Facebook, Miss Shorty Facebook page, thought provoker. I like opening people's minds to things that they may not have considered and see things from perhaps a different viewpoint, some empathy, some ability to think beyond our normal frame of reference. And if that's destabilizing for people, I'm fucking in. Let's fucking go. Pokemomo says, bio family dynamics is my current personal challenge. You recently found your bio parents, right? Shelley, you're adopted. Same. That would be tricky because you're coming into a dynamic, excuse me, as an adult. And those dynamics are already very firmly set and they're foreign to you, right? Let me play this one too because it's fun.
Shawty, swing my way. Swing it over here, shawty.
Well.
So good. Reese has had some zingers. I've been putting them up on the screen. Strongly agree. NH Dude says, Miss Shorty and all, have a great night. Boys got to get some sleep. Be well. Love this stream. I don't feel like a big lover. It wasn't me. It was all you narcissistic wackadoodle. Got to get the trolls what they want, right? I meet them at the pass every time. But we're not going to give them what they want in terms of engaging because that would just be silly, foolish. All hail the cleavage. Thank you. Amen. Cost me a lot of money. May as well. Gone are the days when I first started streaming that I wore T-shirts up to here. Very gone are those days. Who would have thought that Dr. Ramani would end that video talking about threesomes? I mean, it's not a great dynamic, even in a sexual threesome. Hi, Catherine. Good to see you from Arizona. How are you this evening? Jealousy's an ugly curse. Jealousy's a curse. Ugly trolls gonna hate. Yep, let them. Your dishwasher is a squirt. Holly Berry. Hi, good to see you. Yeah. I was so excited. I mean, I can probably fix it myself. Just gotta be fucked to get down on my hands and knees. Lol, no lube. I mean, and get in there and see what's going on. I can probably hook it up to something else. I'm pretty fucking handy, but it sounds like a lot of effort. Oh no, you creep on. You can creep and also be immature. I know you, Holly Berry. Holly Berry. Good point, Karen. The worst is if you just wash your floor, then you spill something on it, right? But also, maybe Prince Lover, think of it as an opportunity to give the floor a mop while in cleaning up the water. It's getting them up. Fantastic. 2016, still more recently than a lifetime, right? Comparison is the end of your joy, the thief of joy. Actually, I'm writing a song at the moment called Joy. I've written it, but it's coming out cheesy. And I think I've got to change the structure of it and change some lyrics because you can't make a good song with average lyrics. I'm disappointed, but I'll get there. That's what I've been working on the last couple of days when I haven't been. The end. That's it. Holly, you are in good company, right? Very foreign, says Shelley. Reese says, I'm jealous of people with family, but the cost to be with a narcissist is too high, right? I have no family either. Well, I do have family. You all are my family. I have no traditional family because, quite frankly, even if they hadn't abandoned me, I would have. I probably would have. They were toxic. That both my parents have narcissistic tendencies. My adoptive parents, and that. Who can be your true friends? Only the ones that have seen shit, survived it, gotten through it. Then you have my attention. Right. Boobs. I love the boobs. Boobs. You would like to thank me. Well, you're welcome. We love having you here, Catherine. Whatever it is you're thanking me for, you're welcome. I hope that it was an intentional thing I did, but even if it didn't, that's what part of my song's about. But it sounded cheesy. I had to reword it. Fuck, lyrics. When there are 3, you must flee. I like it. Pokemomo tagging. Kevin, when there are 4, cry out for more. Lol. I did mop it with a towel. Good. Well, they do say, says Mike, they say don't cry over spilt milk. Definitely don't cry over spilt water then. Agreed. Wow, colors. Don't look. I have my notifications turned off. I have them all muted. They let them. They're trying. They know. Okay, colors. What they are doing is targeting you. The thing that they know for you was one of the most traumatic things in recent years. Just disengage. Don't look. Turn off your notifications. Mute the accounts. It's the only way, because that's what they do. It's narcissistic abuse. They're trying to draw you in. They're baiting you. Do not let them, babe. Do not let them. Good night, Mama She. I hope the kids got off to bed. Sweet dreams, darling. Thank you for being here. Lulu Bell says, thank you, Miss Shorty, and thank you, Mods. You're the best. Calling it a night, guys. We're all going to go. You can make a good song with average lyrics, or not in AI music, as Oasis so aptly proved. The thing is with AI music, it needs to be really good, rhythm, pentameter. Is that the word? I should know. And so average lyrics make for an average song in AI music, which is why most of my songs turn out pretty banging pretty quickly, because my lyrics generally are pretty good. This one I wrote really quickly, and it's showing. I'm going to have to spend some more time on the lyrics. I'm determined. I also need to get a bit more understanding about some prompts, because I know in my head how I want it to sound, and I can't. I think it's the lyrics. In my experience, the lyrics can't be average. If they are in AI music, you're going to get an average song. Yeah, it's fucking low. Yes, Poke Shelley says it explains a lot about my personal makeup, nature versus nurture. Yes, I'd be very interested to meet my birth mother if I could. Yes, colors, it wasn't your fault. I've had sickly, poorly kittens that had obviously a genetic thing. Sorry, I got syphilis. I got some sleep in my eye. Lovely. I'm so fucking classy. Better out than in. It wasn't your fault. Kittens, just the only thing you can. They're gonna go the lowest blow. They think that coming at me from my appearance is going to get me. I'll give you the pro tip, monkeys. Come at me about my integrity or my intentions, my appearance. Who cares? Who cares? It's the same as complimenting me on my appearance. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. It doesn't register with me. And also, though, monkeys, I'm not engaging. So you can scream into the abyss forever and ever. I'm never going to engage. You can talk amongst yourselves. Let them. Predators do go for the emotional triggers. No, they don't care. They're just trying to drag us all in. They're trying to drag us down, right? Yeah, Prince Lover. Scotty, we love you. Just peeps can just digress and appreciate peeps that are honest. So sad, their feelings. I so hate it. Honest peeps have your back by me. Yes. Night, Joey. Thank you so much. Hit the like button. I learned a lot. Says Catherine, I'm getting help and not taking a bad thing from people that want me unalive. No, don't. We need to work out some walls, some boundaries, whether they're emotional or mental or actual, like social boundaries. We're here for you, Catherine, always. Like Prince Lover says, we're here from you. It's all about supply and demand. I purposely have lived my life just trying to hold on to what little I have and avoid transactional relationships. Most don't get this, right? They are trash. Colors. That's horrible. Brit, they don't like people talking about their hoogan badly. Like when I said her dog is ugly because I think Hoogan is ugly. I hate that breed of dogs. It's got nothing to do with whose dog it is. Can't stand Boston Terriers and French Bulldogs. I hate them. I think they're ugly. I know that people pay a lot of money for them. I hate them. Oh, my God, the rage. Kerry B. She said the dog was ugly. Yeah, because I think it's ugly. And? What? That's not a death threat. Oh, it did complete me meeting my bio mom. Oh, just don't engage. Don't engage. Yep. All right, we're going to wrap it up, y'all. Boston's are freaking adorable. Unsubscribe. Holly Berry. But they are cute. I don't find them cute. And that's okay. Like, imagine how boring the world would be if we all liked the same shit, right? I couldn't imagine a more tediously beige place if we all agreed on everything. Ugh, hard no, with a hard T. No one wants a real relationship because then that means they would have to be honest. People don't like being honest, right? Amber, Zinger. The dog is ugly, in her opinion. Still doesn't come close to the vitriol I heard said about a human being. Hi, it's me. It's the vitriol. It was the hour and 20 minutes cut from a particular live, pure spewing of vitriol. A diatribe, a soliloquy, a very long one, an hour and 20, in fact. Dirty delete. Oh, that's okay. You can have a Boston Terrier. That's okay. I like big dogs, and I don't like their faces, and that's okay. People don't like my face either, but I love your faces. Yes, that's okay. Good night. Thank you, Catherine. Mwah. I love you. I'm so glad you're finding some strength within yourself because of us and this community. I love that. That's what I do this. This is why I do this. So thank you for sharing, and thank you for being here. Pugs, right. Oh, my God, I've started a war. I have a Yorkie. I used to have a mini Chihuahua cross mini Foxy, a Chihuahua cross mini Foxy. I like all dogs. I just don't really go for the little pug faces. Yikes. This could be the wedge that breaks the channel community. Oh. Well, if nothing else, I'm honest. I like little dogs. I like all dogs. I like all animals. My grand pug has to have Boston in him. Lots of love. Night, Karen. Go and get some onion rings or whatever. Yep. Almost 20 minutes, an hour and 20 minutes of pure, unadulterated hate. Amber watched it in real time. She was physically ill. Visceral response. That was dirty deleted on a live called How to Help a Missing Teen. The internal rage I felt. Night, Karen. Okay. Team, we're going to be back tomorrow night at 6. Can't remember what. I think tomorrow night's Myers-Briggs, the next round of Myers-Briggs personality stuff. Hopefully Medi will come with us in for that into chat. Medi, who is here this evening in our chat, is the aficionado on that. Let me just check because brain and live. What is this? A list? Yep. 6 Eastern tomorrow. Mwah. Love you all. Shorty dog war. Hi. What have I started? True. Honesty is very exposing. Some people, most people, they're not honest with themselves, Scott. That's the problem. People aren't used to being honest with themselves about the things they don't want to think about themselves, right? So they don't like hearing honesty either. That's my experience, and I'm brutally honest. Oh, bye, Lady V. I love you. Okay, we got dog chat. Long hair Chihuahua at cross pug absolutely acts like a gremlin though, Fuba. That's awesome. You don't like bulldogs? That's all right. You got to catch her live. Yep. Ugh, if you can bear it, because she takes them down and dirty deletes, and but don't, because it's not healthy. It's very triggering. Okay. All pets are beautiful. That's very diplomatic of you, Prince Lover. The owners, not so much. And let's be honest, don't they say that people start to look like their dogs? Yikes. Mine is a little werewolf. I had a German Shepherd named Chloe. Ira. I love all dogs. I just don't like the look. If I had a little one of those Boston ones, I'd love it. I'd find things to love. You love your children, right? It's just not my first choice. That's okay. Tomorrow's Twitter rage is going to be Miss Shorty alienated whole chat by calling them ugly dogs. Just wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. That's so funny. Just what my advice is, please don't engage. Don't stoop to their level. Just certainly don't engage in personal attacks at the people, even though that's what they're firing at us. Just don't do it. Don't do it. I'm not doing it. And I'm not scared. I'm just let them. I'm not in. I'm out. It's going to be a hard no from me. It's going to be a no from me, dog. Right. Okay. I love you all. Thank you for being here. We had a good night of learning. Hope you don't dream about narcissists and gaslighting and fucking OSINT 101. Yikes. Okay. I love you all. Don't engage. My black list is so fucking long. Block and mute and save eternity. And turn off your notifications if you need to. I've got mine turned off on Twitter. So, mwah. We learned about narcissists and assholes. We learned about deflection. We learned about 4chan in the last live stream. We learned about projection. If you want to watch that, it's in there. Thanks for being here. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Catch you on the next one. Boom.
It's on a shorty new year. Shorty new year. Come along to Camp Shorty. We're so glad you're here. Camp Shorty is where you will find family. Our mod Avengers will greet you with glee. At Camp Shorty, you can shine and shine bright, because Shorty Camp Leader is a fucking delight. It's on this Shorty New Year. Shorty New Year. Come along to Camp Shorty. We're so glad you're here. Your opinions are valid. You can fly like a bird with your comments and screen. You will always be heard. It's the best chat on YouTube. You can cuss all you want. And here at Camp Shorty, we even say cut. It's on this Shorty New Year. Shorty New Year. Come along to Camp Shorty. We're so glad you're here. Let your all caps be free. It's so liberating. We stay on topic, although occasionally things get a bit feral, but it's clear to see. It's a lit Shorty New Year. A Shorty New Year. Come along to Camp Shorty. We're so glad you're here. Camp Shorty is where you will find family. Our mod Avengers will greet you with glee. At Camp Shorty, you can shine